Hey guys, welcome to this video. I'm Sabrina. So I thought I'd sit down and do a little get ready with me today. I wanted to share with you guys my go-to summer makeup and hair. I know it's not quite summer yet, but I think all our minds are set on summer now. So I'm gonna be sharing with you guys this look right here. It's super easy with a focus on the lip and cheek, just bring in some nice fresh bright corals. Hair is not my strong suit, but just showing you guys kind of how I get these kind of loose waves. So if you want to see how I created this really fresh coral makeup look, then keep on watching. Gonna wear SPF. I'm gonna go in with a Super Goop Zinc Screen SPF 40. I'm just gonna spread that on my face. That will be kind of my base. It does give a nice dew to the skin, that's for sure. Use up what I have on my hands, and then I'm gonna have to go wash it because whenever I use the sunscreen, I get this weird film of pigment, so I'll be right back. So I kind of shopped my stash and I'm switching up some products because I didn't want to get too repetitive with my base. I've totally been die-hard loving the Kosas concealer combination, but I'm going to switch it up a bit and I'm going to do the Merit foundation stick instead. This is the Merit Minimalist Perfecting Complexion stick and I have it in the shade Ochre. So I'm just going to go directly on my skin, just in the areas in the center that I like a little bit more coverage. I have a faded face tan right now, hardly anything, so the shade works great for that. So I just kind of put that all over my face and then I'm just going to go in with a damp sponge and just press that in. Normally I use this with a brush. I don't know if I've really tried this one with a sponge. I probably have, but I've just been really obsessed with sponges lately. I'm using this as a concealer today. It's kind of like a multi-purpose product. The whole thing of Merit is less is more, so you can kind of use different products for multi-purpose things. So I just went in a little bit more in some areas. I just want a little bit more coverage. I'm so happy with where my skin is at right now. I'm currently going to a naturopath, so I'm going off certain foods. I'm already gluten and dairy free by choice for sensitivity with my stomach and digestion. So sugar was kind of the next step to cut out to see for my skin, and so far my skin has been really good. Even on my period, I haven't had any hormonal acne or anything like that. I love sugar and I think I had a lot of refined sugar in my diet, so I'm still having fruit and stuff like that, and a lot of it to make up for the sweetness, but just having a little bit less. I'm gonna go in with my favorite powder. This has not changed and this will not change for a while. I'm just really obsessed with this powder and it's been working really well for my sensitive skin. This is the Kosas Cloud Set Powder in the shade Breezy. So I've just been going in with that with a nice tapered, fluffy brush. And I just usually like to stamp that on top of my skin. It kind of smooths out the skin too, so if you have a lot of texture, it's really nice. Not at all a mattifying powder, but just sets it and smooths everything in place. It gets rid of the unwanted shine, but still keeps that fresh dewiness. I always go back to this in the summer. It's one of my favorite bronzers. This is the Cover FX Monochromatic Bronzer Duo. It has a matte and a shimmer in it, and it has that beautiful, nice red tone in a bronzer, which is my personal kind of favorite undertone in a bronzer. So I'm going to start off with the matte side, just dip into that, and then I just kind of pat on my hands, make sure it's not too strong, and then I'm going to take it kind of on the edge so I got a nice line directly, and then we're just going to stamp it on. So you can see it gives a nice strong color, and that's the vibe I'm really going for today. Sometimes I go for more of the natural look where you can't really tell I'm wearing bronzers, and then some days I like to kind of add to my look, and I think it makes it really nice when you can see it a bit more. So when you look forward, it just looks super natural, but then from the side you can see it a bit more. And then I always like to take my bronzer up to kind of my temples and kind of diffuse it out. I think it looks really nice. It just lifts the face even more. I don't like when my products my bronzer, blush, and highlight look very separated. I like when they almost all fuse together. And this is my favorite bronzer to put on my collarbones and stuff like that, because they just will really quickly bring the color down your face and make things look more natural. So I'm gonna take a little bit, just put it on my collarbones as well. I know you can't really see it because the camera's a bit higher, but just take a little bit, kind of whatever is left on the brush, honestly, and just dusting that over top. I'm gonna go ahead and take it in my hairline, just a little bit. And I like taking it right above my brow because that's where your higher point is, so naturally you're gonna get a little bit more sun here. So that gives you more of that sun-kissed glow. For my nose contour, I've never tried using this one before. I feel like I could go wrong real quick, so I'm gonna take it just very little and just kind of dust off a lot. I usually go in with my Elia because it's a little bit cooler, but I think this will be fine. It's definitely a little bit more noticeable in color. But sometimes it's nice not to use so many different products and just keep it a little bit more simpler. And then I just take my sponge that I blended my foundation with And I'm just gonna diffuse my nose a bit. Now I'm gonna go into like the very glowy side and dip into that. And then I'm gonna take it a little bit higher up on my cheekbones, like right here. Not bring it too much to the center, almost in the area where I'm gonna highlight my face. Then I'm just gonna take the sponge again and just pat on top of that, just making sure it's not too strong and it just softens it up a bit. I love this blush so much. It's just my favorite color for summer. This is the Tower 28 Beach Please Golden Hour blush. It gives that beautiful, like, nice flush on the cheek. It's a really nice, true, like, corally orange. For me to feel automatically in the summer means like tan colors and like pops of orange. I just always go back to orange in the summer. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that and just put them on the apples of my cheek. It's gonna kind of finish off and then blend into the bronzer. And this is definitely a blush where you like notice you're wearing blush. It's not like a natural flush color, but I just love it. And then I'm just gonna take some onto the eyelid as well. Instantly takes your skin on a summer vacation. I guess it kind of gives that faux kind of like really sun-kissed burnt look. I've seen people do this on the lips too, because it says it's for the cheeks and lips. Let's just take a little bit on my finger. Like, it's so pigmented, so you could like add some nice color probably. It's kind of pretty. It's really like quick and easy thing if you don't want to use too many products. I'm going to go in with the Villette_FR Balm Shine, the universal highlighter. And I just love the look of layering cream products. It's just so natural. It just melts into the skin and gives that really like ultra dewy look. Take a little bit of my bridge of my nose, tip of my nose, get nice dew. Cupid's when I'm not wearing lots of eye makeup, I like to focus my highlight in the center of my face because it'll bring more focus to the cheeks. When I'm doing more like eye makeup, I like to keep it just on the side so it's more framing the eye makeup. I love this product in the inner corner. It's really special. So I'm gonna go in with my brows now. I'm gonna take the Kosas Brow Pop. I like swear I could do my brows in like 20 different ways. I always switch up the way I do my brows, but I'm gonna share with you guys what I've been doing as of recently for like a really natural but a little bit more bold brow. I'm gonna be working on the bottom of my brow because that's where I'm the sparsest, especially when I like lift up my brows a bit. Literally just drawing a line and then going in with the other side and just diffusing it and blending it very lightly so I'm not putting so much pressure on my brows because we don't want to take out brow hairs. Every hair is precious. And then I'm just going to fill in with the tip and do a little bit like a mimic of brow strokes just in the front of my brows because I'm a little bit more sparse there. And then just taking a little brush this time really helps blend it as well. It's like a softer way of blending your brows without doing like too much blending with a spoolie. Okay, so next off I'm going in with the MAC Big Brow Boost and I have it in the shade Stylized. The fibers really pick up every little brow, so that's why I find I don't need to spend so much time like filling in the top of it because it will kind of just pick up the little hairs anyways. When I brush through, it's just gonna look super natural, like my brow naturally is just this full. And it just gives me a super fluffy brow. Alright, so I'm just gonna curl my lashes. And I just take it and then I just slowly rotate my lash curler up. It looks a little bit creepy, but it gives the nicest curl. So I think I'm gonna just keep the eyes super duper simple. I'm just gonna take like a little bit of bronzer in the crease, but nothing too much. Just with like a really wide fluffy brush, just tap into the bronzer very lightly and then just take a little bit in the crease just to kind of sit on top of the blush I already placed there, and then just take a little bit on my outer corner just to define the lashes a little bit more and like contour the eye. I've been using matte Costa Riche so much, so I decided I'd like look through my products and try something different. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Whiskey. I'm just gonna take a little bit on the lash line. So just take it super close to the lash line so it's like very unnoticeable, and then just kind of smudging it out a bit. The Essence I Love Extreme Volume Waterproof Mascara. I don't love it as much. They changed the spoolie on this mascara, so it doesn't give me like that same like fullness that it used to. Still like really lengthens my lashes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and coat my top lashes with it with the mirror down below so I can really get that nice lift, because it used to be really good at volume and length, but I would say it's more on the length front now with this new spoolie. It's crazy how not just the formula but the spoolie makes a really big difference on how your lashes look. I have an old mascara actually of this one with the old spoolie that I'm keeping, and I'm tempted to like wash it out and then just put it in like my bottles that I buy. Then I'm just gonna go in with the Merit Beauty Lengthening Mascara just for my bottom lashes, and I'm just wiggling that kind of side to side just to get a little bit of definition, but keeping it very soft. Okay, so now after I did the bottom lashes, I'm gonna go back into my top lashes, just add a little bit more mascara just to build it up a bit more, because when I'm hardly doing any eye makeup, I like my lashes to be like super fluttery. I'm gonna take this Body Shop lip definer. It's just a really pretty soft corally pink. They have a great formula, super creamy but not overly, so you still have lots of control. And lately I haven't been overlining at all on my lips. I just like following my natural lip line and even my natural lip like Cupid's bow. I just like the softness of it. If you haven't seen last week's video, definitely go check it out. I did a top 5 video for all my favorite glosses, so this is one of them, a little sneak peek if you haven't seen it. This is the MAC Shot of Color Lip Oil in Punch Drunk Love, my favorite like fresh summer lip color. It's just a perfect pairing with the golden hour on my cheeks. So let's go into the hair now. I'm gonna go really quick and just kind of briefly show you what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna undo my hair. This is then the hairstyle I've been obsessed with recently. I'm not going to show you my whole head, but I'm going to quickly kind of show you what I've been doing for like my go-to hair for like a beach wave kind of look. Everybody's been using the beach waver on Instagram, but I just don't want another tool to sit, you know, that you can only do one thing when you have a flat iron and you can do so many things with it. So I just take my flat iron, heat it up, and then I'm going to start at the root of the hair, and then I'm just going to bring it forward like so, and then bring it in, and we're kind of just creating that wave shape and just kind of folding the flat iron back and forth. And when I get to the end, I just kind of straighten it down. So then I'm left with that really nice beach wave effect, and I get that really nice like Bondi boost kind of curl, which I love. And it doesn't really matter where you put the wave, they all kind of bounce in together, but just constantly just folding it like that, but then fold and pull a bit, and then end it off with a nice straighten. So just doing that and literally just tossing some hairspray and some texturizing spray on my hair. So it's super simple, really easy to do, and I just got these kind of like ripple kind of mermaid hair going through. So I'm just gonna finish that off and then I'll show you guys the finished look. Hair is all done, just super loose tousled waves, and it just kind of gets better the more you sleep on it and longer you wear it. I'm just gonna quickly finish off this makeup. I'm just gonna add a little bit of the Anastasia brow freeze just lightly through my brows just to lift them a little bit and ensure they stay all day, because I just love that kind of laminated frozen brow look, and just lightly running it through. And I always do this step as the last step just to make sure the other brow products I had on just had time to really like set in. Alright, so hair is complete, makeup is complete. That is my whole like summer makeup routine for like a very natural glowy base and my coral lip and cheek. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me today. If you did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and that'd be awesome. If you want to support my channel, subscribe down below so you can stay tuned for more of my videos, and I'll see you guys next week for my next video. Bye!
Those brown eyes in the sun make me weak. I still get butterflies every time we speak. Am I in my head 'cause it feels like I'm dreaming?